bud?
What's up, my man? How are you?
No, I was actually just checking my dandruff just to make sure that I don't look
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Wearing this black shirt again.
Yeah. Liz is going to just show up with a lint.
Just start lint brushing me. Like, what's the matter with you?
All right. So welcome to PHT Café. Here we are with another episode. My name is Edwin.
And I am Danny.
And this is Danny. So we're here to bring you some great information about real estate. Hopefully teach you a little bit about topics related to the subject. And a little bit of fun.
A little bit of fun.
A little bit of fun. All right.
Yeah, we were just talking. I was curious about your gray hairs. and
Such an asshole.
It's good. People like that though. That like salt and pepper look, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Who was George Clooney? He was famous for that.
Yeah,
right.
George Clooney.
That's
he's like 60, but thanks.
He is 60.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not that far.
Coño,
You're not that far. I actually had one gray hair in my beard. Like 3 months ago? I sent you guys a picture.
You did.
And that was it. Nothing since.
Yeah. I had one in my beard too.
And now your whole beard is
now I
gray.
have a thousand.
Is that why you don't grow your beard out? You grow such a strong beard.
Yeah, that's why. Once it was noticeable when I grew it out, I'm like, no more beards.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't like it.
What's up? What's new with you? I've seen you've been
Nothing,
dancing
man.
a lot lately. What's with that? What's with all the
Yeah,
dancing?
been dancing a lot.
Tap dancing. You and your tap dancing troupe.
I'm actually a hip hop dancer.
You're a 90s hip hop dancer. Jesus.
No, I've been into the salsa a lot, which is great. My girlfriend Liz, she's like a great dancer. She's taken lessons for a long time, and she's part of this cool little salsa community. Yeah, I don't know why I said that with a Spanish accent. Community. Community.
I like it. You're racist against yourself. That's good.
The salsa community.
Oh, God, I remember that guy. Community. We knew a guy who he would post content. And bless his heart, he was trying his best.
He was, yeah.
But the one word that he couldn't get was community. He just couldn't say it. He go, but that was his favorite goddamn word to say. He was like, I am going to show you this community. And we're like, what? It's like, welcome to the community. In this community. We're like, no, stop. Choose a different word.
Choose a different word. This town, this city.
Something.
Yeah, so she's part of this salsa community.
Community.
And it's great. And I've taken some lessons now, and I learned a little bit more. I thought it's funny. Remember, we used to think, because I've always loved dancing.
Yeah.
And we used to think that I knew how to dance until I started dancing with Lisbeth Mendoza. I didn't know how to dance.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was doing.
I remember, because we've gone out dancing with you guys, my wife and I, and we grew up listening to punk rock. So so we definitely can't dance. We mostly just get drunk, feel each other up, and pretend we don't have kids. She is a professional dancer.
Yeah.
So, you've stepped up your game. I see your little twinkle toes going.
Yeah. I enjoy it. I love, obviously, we both love salsa music, and just dancing has just been so much fun. She's obviously great. Like I said, she's been as part of like teams and stuff, to perform.
I remember at her birthday, they were all there, and it's so funny. Like a certain song will come on, and they're all just like, bah, ding, 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 ding. I was like, what? Did they have this choreographed? What the hell is going on?
It's a lot of fun. So we do a lot of dancing lately. Melody's like super into it now. She's cool. She asked to. For her to give like her and her friends like some lessons and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. How about you, bro?
Nothing, man. Not dancing.
Not dancing?
Nope. Just working, hanging out. Yeah.
Working and hanging out. Yeah. It's funny, and I was talking to Elizabeth some time ago. I think it's we went to your house or something. I think you made dinner. Oh, when Sammy was leaving.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sammy. Hopefully you're doing great over there in Dallas, Texas.
That's our youngest brother.
Our youngest brother, Sammy. You made some delicious dinner, as usual, and we were eating and stuff like that. And then once we left, we kind of both looked at each other, and we're just like, Danny looks so tired. Like both of us had the same thought at the same time. And it's funny because it's like, having such a small human being in your life is just, man, You're like tired all the time.
Joke's on you guys. I was tired because I had COVID.
Oh, that's true. We found out later.
We found out later that wasn't being a dad. That was COVID. Yeah. That was my only real symptom. So it wasn't so bad. I was just exhausted. But I never got a cough, never got a fever, nothing. Just tired. And I was like, man, is life really like messing me up right now? Nope.
It's COVID.
Yep.
COVID-19.
Gave the baby COVID, gave my wife COVID. My mom might have COVID now. It was like 3 weeks ago.
No, just when you think it's over, you get COVID. Like that's what happened to me like a few months back. Remember like Liz and I both got COVID.
Yeah.
And it was just like awful. It was like a week, just no strength. It was just awful. So just when you think it's over, like you think, oh, this is over. COVID's gone. It's like a new variant. The Decepticon variant shows up, and you're just like, Jesus Christ. Anyways, I don't want to talk about this shit no more.
Yeah.
So I'm so over
COVID's canceled.
Yeah, goddamn it.
All right. What's today's topic?
So I wanted to talk today. We spoken about inspections, and he owns a home inspection company, Cosmos.
Inspections, bro.
That's right. So I wanted to. You touched on a typical home inspection, right? And why people do it, et cetera, on the other episode. But I wanted to talk to you about different types of inspections, right? Because people don't just order an inspection because they're purchasing a property. There's other types of inspections. Mm-hmm. So talk to us about like different types of inspections that you perform on for your clients.
Yeah. So today I just specifically wanted to talk about insurance inspections. Mm-hmm. There are a bunch of different kinds of insurance inspections that can be done. A lot of times when you're buying a house and you're doing a general inspection, you also have to order what's called a 4-point and a wind mitigation. So essentially what those are is when you are, especially if you're financing a house, the bank will need you to get insurance for you to get to be able to finance that house. They will not give you a lot of money to buy something that's falling apart.
Right.
That's just doesn't make business sense, right? So a 4-point, which I guess we'll start there because I said it, 4-point. There are 4 very specific points of the house, and they have very specific questions that they want you to answer, right? So those 4 points are roof, your air conditioning system, your plumbing, and your electrical. Those are the 4 points, right?
So 4 obviously very important parts of a home.
Yeah. Just 4 important parts and 4 parts that directly lead to insurance because, a messed up pipe can cause damage. Insurance has to pay for it. Your roof, that's the biggest expense in your house. It's the most expensive part of your house is your roof. So obviously they want to make sure that they're not going to have to shell out, what now is $25,000, $30,000, $35,000 for a regular roof. Mm-hmm. And electrical, fires, things like that. And then, of course, your HVAC system. It's Florida. It's super hot. Are you going to die inside your house from melting? Things like that. So that's your 4-point inspection. Yeah. Are you going to die
from melting?
You know what?
Are you going to melt to death?
The best part is that the insurance company doesn't actually care. They're like, are you going to cost us money? Is what they're actually asking.
Yeah. So in essence, we're hiring you to perform an inspection that's protecting the insurance, so they don't have to pay large sums of money in case of a claim.
They're assessing their risk factor and giving you insurance on your property, right? So we go and we do that. Another one would be your wind mitigation, which is pretty Florida specific. I don't know if they do it anywhere else, but we definitely do it here. And that is just information on techniques and materials used to fight against strong winds during storms, such as hurricanes, things like that.
Okay.
And not just hurricanes. As we discussed before, we get random pocket storms that'll show up, blow your house down, and the sun is shining in 30 minutes.
Tornadoes, I'm sure.
Tornadoes. It's not as prevalent here as it is in the Central states that I don't even know what they're called. I went to Florida public schools. I have no idea. Arkansas, is that one? I know that's one. So that is something. But that one is actually great because that one gives you what's called discount points towards your premium. So the better materials or techniques used that we write down in your wind mitigation, like let's say you have a shutter system on your doors and your windows. Let's say you have storm protected windows that are like crazy expensive, but good because they also give you better energy costs.
More impact resistant too.
Yeah, and sound reduction, like you can't hear anything. So those kinds of things from a wind mitigation. Sound reduction.
So you can't hear anything.
For nasties. I was when I said it, I was thinking like cars driving by and stuff, but also they can't hear your nasties either.
You can't hear your nasties.
So that's kind of what that wind mitigation does, and those are the two most common.
Like insurance related
inspections. Yeah. Nowadays, just recently, insurance companies have really started to hunker down and become more strict on what they'll accept. You know, there are certain companies that won't accept a roof that's 15 years old. And if you remember about 18 years ago, we had a series of storms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 04. Yeah.
04, yeah. So we had, I believe, 3 hurricanes in a row.
Yeah.
And because of that, a lot of roofs are from that time because almost everyone got their roof replaced during that time. Just hilarious. I remember our father on the roof.
I knew it.
On the roof, ripping tiles off and just throwing it. I mean, you can't come after him. He passed away. But he was on the roof just like El Seguro. Like nothing happened. Nothing happened to the house. But I woke up.
He shouldn't have been doing that.
He should have. Yes, I definitely. They will find out. They'll come after you. These insurance companies are wild. But yeah, I remember that. That was a fun thing to watch. Our father, rest in peace. That was hilarious. Yeah. So because all those roofs were changed back then, a lot of the insurance companies are not accepting insurance
roofs older than that.
Roofs from that era.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a lot of just 15 years and up. No, thank you. Oh. And that's affecting a lot of people. So a lot of people are having to get their roofs replaced. And if they are going to accept it, they absolutely require the 4-point because they want to make sure that the roof is stable, at least where it's at. In the
a lot of codes changed after that, right? A lot of
codes. Actually, a lot of codes changed right before then. Mm-hmm. So the house is built around that time. Most of the codes changed. 2002 is when we really had our the standard building code for Florida was really established, and that was based on a lot of things that happened in the 90s.
All the storms then, yeah.
I mean, you were in Miami when all those storms were.
Hurricane Andrew in 92, I think it was.
Yeah, so that's when it started. That's when it started, but a lot of those codes were specific to high wind areas, which is South Florida. South Florida, all the coast areas. As a whole, Florida accepted all these codes in 2002. So now, anything around then or before, you have to get a 4-point. In the past, 30-year-old house, 40-year-old house, depending on the company. Now, I've done 4 points in wind mits for houses as new as 2008 because they've gotten so strict.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's gotten pretty wild out there.
Now, are those inspections part? Like, if you're buying a home, are those inspections also part of that process of getting a regular, let's say, home inspection, or
depending on the age of the house? Yeah,
so they don't need it if it's a newer home. They might not need all of the inspections.
Exactly. Right? Yeah. On those coasts, like when I did the house in Titusville, sometimes they'll require you to get a wind mitt, not a 4-point, but like a wind mitt because they want to see what kind of extra protection you have because all those houses have something, whether it's the shutters or whatever it is. So they might require that, but as far as a 4-point goes, only on older houses.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So it's depending on property, on age, on location of the property.
Insurance company, what kind of mortgage you're actually getting on the house. Like, so if it's a VA loan, VA loans are the most strict of all. So they require you to get the 4-point, the wind mitt. They also require you to get a termite inspection, regardless of the age of the house. If there's a well on the property, they require you to get a well test.
And VA loans, those are mortgages for veterans.
Yes,
just in case.
The Veterans Association, right? Is that what that stands for?
Actually, it's Veteran Affairs.
Oh, Veteran Affairs.
The A is Affairs, yeah.
Okay, good to know. I had no idea.
No, we know.
I thought it was just VA. So go the VA loans?
The VA loan.
Remember when LA Fitness first came out?
La Fitness.
And everybody in our family was like, La Fitness. ¿Dónde está La Fitness?
El gym.
Yeah. So if you have a manufactured home or a mobile home and you're not in one of those communities, maybe you put one on your own property, you have to get a tie-down inspection for your insurance, which, because of the high winds and stuff, you want to make sure that the house is secured into the ground because it doesn't have that plumbing running underground and all that stuff. So, that's another inspection that you might have to get for insurance purposes.
Now, do you and Cosmos and your inspectors, you do all these types of inspections?
The only one I don't do currently is termite. Because in the state of Florida, you have to have a termite or a pest control license, which requires years of working for somebody else and all that. And as you know, I despise working for other people. I hate being told what to do.
Yes, he does.
So it is a bit of a struggle for me.
I tried. He didn't like it.
But I got a great contact, and he gets there just as quick as we do. Nice. Usually exactly when I'm going, he'll show up. So
very nice.
And he's great. Yeah.
So it's something you can point them in the right direction.
I'll handle it. I'll schedule it and everything for them. Yeah.
Very cool. Awesome. So thank you for sharing that with us because, a lot of folks, and it's funny, I think you mentioned the word 4-point in one of the episodes and someone asked me, but what is that 4-point? What does that mean? Well, now, there's 4 very important points that he needs to inspect and he'll do it and he'll do a great job and he'll charge you the family price.
I don't give family discounts, so that's...
He does.
Family price is the regular price.
Not even me. Not even the brother discount. There's no such thing.
Nope.
It's okay. I didn't give him a discount either when I sold it.
You sure didn't. But we're entrepreneurs, and entrepreneurs do not ask other entrepreneurs for a discount.
That's right.
Because that's how we feed our kids.
That's right. That's how we feed our kids, and we got a lot of them. All right.
Give me my handshake. I'm ready for it. Give it to me. Give me the handshake. I'm so goddamn hungry. Give it to me. Give me the handshake.
We're going to have lunch after this. So
Put your hand in my hand. Lunchtime. Yes.
Qué rico. Salsa. Qué rico.
Qué rico.